one that's not really focused on anything. They're jamming the shit out of me. They're a little fucking directed energy weapon. Thomas just sits around all the fucking day, I guess, obsessing over me. Because he just emails and emails and emails and emails. Just wacko. Wacko. They're just upset because their child trafficking operation is about ready to get exposed. And when it comes down to it in town, when Neil is faced with having to throw them under the bus or taking a bullet from them for them, he's going to throw them under the bus. Hey, Katie. I saw that you actually kind of wanted to come on. I told you I would do this. So I don't have my recipes with me. But I figure if I bring up anything, I'll leave them in the comment section. I know that my stepmother would be really pissed off if I gave everybody my grandmother Shurter's recipes for Aksarben Bars. So I plan on doing that. And if you want a dessert that people will go gaga for, hey Susan, it has coconut in it though, so just be aware. I saw that you had said something, and I just figured, what the hell? They're jamming this shit out of me with their machine. And like I said, Thomas is emailing me just. It's no fun to email me anymore because all I do is I don't even read the dickhead's emails. All I just do is type in and say, I'm not going to fuck you. I have no interest in having sex with you. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. You know? I tell you what, I'll go down and get that recipe. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm back. Let's see. Okay. I'll give out my recipe for Aksarben Bars. My grandmother Shurter actually made this recipe. She was always making shit up. Heat your oven up to 350. Then mix a half a cup of butter and 1 cup of flour. Pat it into a 9 by 13 pan and bake that for 12 minutes. For 12 minutes. Then while that's baking, in a mixing bowl, half a cup of coconut, quarter teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons flour, 1 cup chopped nuts, and 1 cup brown sugar. Mix that up. When the crust comes out, because that's what the flour and butter is, after you bake that for 12 minutes, you pull it out, put the mixture on top of it. You bake it for 20 minutes. You bake that at 20 minutes. While that's baking, then you mix 1.5 cups powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons soft butter, 2 tablespoons orange juice, and 1 tablespoon lemon juice. And you mix that, and then when you pull out the bars, pour that over top of it while it's still hot, and it turns into a glaze. And people will rave about that dessert if they like coconut. Aloha. So I can't believe my birthday is going to be in a matter of a week and a half. We'll see if I make it to 59. They're jamming me with their machines so frickin' bad. It's awful. It's awful. I would have left today and got out. Oh, Katie, I'll type in the thing still in the comments. They are blasting the shit out of me. They are blasting the absolute shit out of me with their machine. It's been bad for a long time, but ever since Halloween night, it has been atrocious. And then I have a corn casserole dish that everybody raves about too. It's not actually my grandmother's recipe. It is my ex's grandmother's recipe. Grandma Hoxies corn recipe. So in that, you want to preheat the oven to 350. No, they didn't. They took down one TikTok. I have another TikTok. No, I just don't do anything on TikTok. They went through a period where they tried to get everything of mine down, and they succeeded. TikTok. It doesn't take much to get TikTok taken down. I watch people always complaining, but I didn't have a lot of people on there either, so I didn't care. You know, what they can't get down is my blog. That's what they can't get down. That's what they would want to get down above everything, and they can't. So, corn casserole. 1 can cream corn, 1 can whole corn, drained. 1.5 cups chopped onion. I like to use red onion, but you can use yellow onion if you'd like. A half a cup green peppers chopped. 2 pimentos chopped. I just get the pimentos in the jar and I just put in a whole teaspoon. I mean, I like pimentos though. 2/3 cup milk. 1 egg beaten well. 1 cup saltine crackers crumbled. You can also use club crackers. I like club crackers in it a lot. And 1 cup grated cheese. Lots of people use cheddar, you know. Aksarben. It's Nebraska spelled backwards. Aksarben. Aksarben. It's just Nebraska spelled backwards. Then 1 cup grated cheese for the corn casserole. You can use whatever you want. And 4 tablespoons melted butter and a 1/4 teaspoon pepper. I add a lot more pepper than a 1/4 teaspoon. And then you just bake it at 350 for an hour. And it's good. It's a really good recipe. Those are 2 of my favorites. For those of you who want to do cranberry sauce that is homemade, it's the simplest. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. It's exactly like the racetrack, even though the racetrack's not there anymore. There is no more racetrack. But you got it, Aksarben. 1 package of fresh cranberries, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of water. And you boil it. And you boil it down to where you boil it for a while. Make sure that all the cranberries pop. Depends on how runny you like it, but I like it kind of thicker. So I boil it down a little bit. And I think that with the cranberry sauce, simple is best. Some people add oranges and shit to it. I don't like any of that. I don't do any of that because it's just, some recipes are just fine as they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke, so my Thanksgiving dinner most likely will be a peanut butter sandwich. I have to admit it. If anyone donates, I will go get a turkey breast. I won't get a whole turkey because it's just me. But I'll get a turkey breast. Probably a couple sweet potatoes because I like sweet potatoes anyway. Boil sweet potatoes, and then I put brown sugar and butter. And when I can afford it, I toast pecans and put those in there because that's really good too. If you want, take pecans, put them in a pan full of butter, medium high heat, stir it around really good, and just make the pecans brown. Brown the pecans adds so much more flavor than just dumping pecans in there. But then butter makes everything better. My dad lost a lot of money at Aksarben. My mother's car, their house, my grandparents' business, my grandfather's business. He had they were making marble tabletops. And lost a lot of money. I'm not a gambler. But I will say that someone gave me a tip one time, the one and only time that I gambled. I went to the horse races because I didn't like to go to the horse races because of my dad. But went to Aksarben, someone gave me a tip, gave me $20. I bet $20 and walked out with 500. So that was pretty good. I couldn't do that now. It is way too early. It is way too early. Yes, thank you for those kisses. It is way too early. It is way too early. So, and God knows I might not even make it to my birthday. They want to bring me down with these weapons so bad. They want to shut me up about this child trafficking. They do. They want to shut me up about this child trafficking. And in town, I couldn't believe they were so stupid as to say that I made up this whole thing about Mike Butler. I didn't even know Chad Butler had a brother, let alone what his name was, let alone have a picture of him. I didn't make any of that up. He got busted. He got busted for selling meth to kids, and he got busted for having sex with the kids that he was selling meth to. You know, things up here in Harlan are a mess because our police are so corrupt. They all protect Thomas, and Thomas is just like, you hate the police. No, I hate criminals with a badge. That's what I hate. I hate criminals with the badge. And that's what we have. Yeah, she's sweet. She's sweet. Constantly wanting stuff. That's why she was in here. Oh, she'll be back, don't worry. She never goes away that easy. The fact that they're killing people with these fucking directed energy weapons is just wrong. Is just wrong. But my whole goal in this was to stand up and make them strike me down. And so, every time I go to Vegas, I never gamble at the casinos, but I always gamble at the airport. Because I think the airport is set up to where it's easier to win, because they want you to get all motivated so that you'll go gamble at the casinos. So I always win at the airport, but otherwise I don't gamble. I haven't been to Las Vegas in a long, long, long time. It was hot. I hated it because it was hot. You know it's hot when you're walking around in the walkways and they have these little water mist things that they spray at people. And you would think people would get irritated because they were wet, but you have people just standing in front of them because it's always so hot. So I really just don't know what to say. Like I said, this one's going to be just a simple one. I wanted to give out a couple recipes and just shoot the shit. The child trafficking thing, and it's so obvious. Tara Joyce posts something, and then Thomas has to send it out like immediately afterwards. And so, oh God, I would love to have snow, period, though. It did snow once already, but it didn't last. It was pretty, though. I like snow. I like snow. It doesn't snow a whole lot here. Oh, excuse me. And then when it does snow, like last year when it snowed, it was like this weird, heavy snow. I wanted to come on, Katie, because you said that you were, I saw that your comments. And I figured since people wanted to come, there were people who just wanted to come on and just have a fun one, not talk about child killers and child trafficking and all of the other bullshit. I just get tired of it. It's exhausting to deal with. Fuck, Thomas has emailed me. I kid you fucking not, 30 times today. And all I keep saying, hey, thank you, Susan. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you before that. But he just never stops. But it's no fun to talk to me anymore because I don't read his emails. All I just keep responding is, I'm not going to fuck you. I'm not going to have sex with you. The thought disgusts me. I don't want to have sex with you, period. He can, like I said this morning, he can go get, I'm sure Tara Joyce, her fucking porno career, has a strap-on dildo somewhere. Even though the thought of those two bumping uglies is just fitting but disgusting at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But I may go lay down. They are just jamming the shit out of me. They are just jamming the shit out of me with their fucking toy. The fact that they're torturing people, and I think that people would have, most people would have been dead already. I don't think they understand why I'm still alive. And it's just because heaven needs me to go through the worst of the worst. And so here I am, you know. I agreed to it. I can't bitch about it. I told heaven that I would do whatever it took. And so here I am. But it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. And the fact that they're doing this to other people is just people who are less equipped than I am. Because I'm kind of equipped with the training and everything. I knew what I was getting into before I ever got into this. I knew what they were capable of doing. And so, whatever. You know, whatever. Well, I gave out my recipes. And so I think I'm just going to wrap this up. I just wanted, Katie, I knew you wanted to. I saw your comments, and so I thought, well, I'll just do a short one today. Throw out some of my best recipes for Thanksgiving. You know, the card that you sent, I'm sure it's what I'm thinking. My antivirus thing wouldn't let me open it. It wouldn't let me open it. But that's okay. You know, Thanksgiving, it's just me. It's, you know, if anybody does want to help out with groceries for Thanksgiving, please do it through PayPal and Venmo because um, Buy Me a Coffee only does it once a week, and so I would get paid on Friday, which will bypass it. But if you guys can't donate, I understand. The economy's crashing. Everyone's broke. And like I said, I would just go out and get a turkey breast. That way I could have some turkey. Turkey's one of my favorites. I hate ham. Not a ham person at all. And it's not an anti-pork because I like pork chops and pork loin cut up, but I don't like ham. Bacon is okay. I'm just not someone who needs bacon every day, even though my dogs love the bacon grease. And so, for those of you who want, go check out my blog, davidshurter.com. There's a new table of contents above so you can see the recent stuff. It's not completely finished, but you can see the recent stuff. Confessions of an Antichrist is the extended version of Rabbit Hole. That's on there. I also have a documentary and interviews on this channel at the very beginning of it. And so if you go at the very beginning, you can hear, you know, Shatter Boys and Spence Everson talking about these weapons and stuff like that. I have some really good interviews. I was really lucky. I will stream on Thanksgiving because it'll just be me. There'll be nothing to do. And everything out here is closed on Thanksgiving, so I'll be bored. So most likely I will stream on Thanksgiving. In fact, I will stream on Thanksgiving. So if I don't stream on Thanksgiving, you know something's wrong. That way, if they've finally have taken me out, God knows they've tried over and over and over. To be so ineffective must be terrible, you know? But I will stream, but I'll stream on Tuesday too. Today's what, Sunday? I'll still do a show on Tuesday. I'll do it on Tuesday. I'll still do it on Thursday. People will be bored. If you don't watch football, what the hell is there to do on Thanksgiving? You know? I'm not a football player. I don't watch football. You know? I don't really watch any sports. I think they're boring. Well, Katie, you having family for the first time Thanksgiving at your house, that's so much more important than watching me drone on and on. You know? I get bored with these things. I can only imagine how other people feel. You'll be fine. Just remember timing. Just remember, you know, make sure you know exactly how long everything takes. Yes, yes. Thank you for those kisses. You're just going to drive me crazy, aren't you? Are you going to drive me crazy? You're just driving me crazy, huh? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Get out of my coffee. You don't need any coffee. Sorry, guys. When she wants attention, you just have to give her attention. Okay, well, with that said, I'm being beckoned, as you can tell. Oh, yes, I love you too. I love you too. You're just driving me crazy. You're driving me crazy. You want to go out? Okay, with that said, I'm going to get off here. I'm being beckoned. Let me pray quick. I didn't pray this morning. Heaven, we come to you as your children. We thank you for all that you do for us. I'm worried because their machine is not doing me well. All I ask is that if I drop over dead, that the child trafficking stuff just doesn't go away. These motherfuckers need to be brought to justice. They just need to be brought to justice. And that's what I ask. I'm your humble servant, and I'll do whatever you need me to do. You sent your son, our brother, Jesus Christ, down to show us how to live the word, and I've tried to do my best. I think a lot of us have. Help us all. Fill us with grace. Keep us on the path. And we say these things lovingly in your son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. That's it. I'm going to get off here. They're killing me with their machines. If I drop over dead, it's because they fucking killed me with their microwave weapons. This is torture. Just flat out torture. And they do it because they want to fuck your kids. That's the whole reason why. They want to fuck your kids. And anybody who listens to Tara Joyce and Daniel Dowd and Geo Farnsworth, oh my God, pull your heads out of your fucking asses. I'm telling you. Pieces of trash. Lead you right into the fucking abyss. Talk about false prophets. You know? But Tara Joyce looks more like a man than I do. And Thomas Schoenberger, Tara, is looking for you to put on your strap-on dildo and give it to him in the ass. That's why he obsesses over me. 30 times today. He's emailed me probably 30 times. I haven't read any of them. I don't read any of them. I just see that he emails me. And then I hit the thing and I just say, I'm not going to fuck you. It doesn't make any difference. You can obsess me all over. It's Sunday. He's supposedly married. What does his wife think? That he just sits around and just thinks about me all day? Does he talk about me all day? It's weird. It's weird. It's creepy. But it's all because they want to hide their child trafficking bullshit. That's what it's all about. They want to hide their fucking child trafficking. They want to fuck your kids. Of course they're defending Mike Butler, Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Chad Butler's brother. I mean, he only sold meth to kids and fucked the kids that he was selling meth to. But they don't think that's any big deal. Obviously. And they think saying that it isn't happening or isn't real is going to change the fact. But his name is... He got arrested. It was on the arrest thing from Shelby County. Shelby County, Iowa arrest. That's all you have to type in. The thing will come up. You can look for yourself. You know? For selling meth to kids and fucking kids. That's what he got arrested for. And they're going to want to know where he got the meth. You know? Which he got it from his older brother, Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Chad Butler, who's the courier for meth at the trailer park. And they knew he was fucking kids. This is a town of 4,000 people. Everyone knows everything. Like I said this morning, most people know the color of your shit before you flush it down the toilet in the morning. That's what it's like out here. Everyone knew. Everyone knew he was selling meth to kids. The kids definitely knew. You know? And that's who they're going to defend. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know. You know? It tells you everything you need to know about who they are. Just saying. You know? If they're defending some guy who sells kids meth to kids and then fucks those kids, that tells you everything you need to know. And it's easy enough to verify. You know? Shelby County, Iowa arrest. Type it in the search bar, it'll come up. Shelby County Sheriff's Office and who they've arrested. And Chad Butler, Mike Butler's older brother, who's the sheriff, second in charge. That's the reason why they're freaking, because he's second in charge. Right under Neil. That's why they're freaking out. And Thomas Schoenberger can say whatever fucking bullshit he wants to say. And Tara Joyce can say whatever bullshit she can blow out her ass. Daniel Dowd and Geo Farnsworth and the whole fucking lot of them can say whatever the fuck they want. But it doesn't change the facts. And they don't live here. So they don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about when they say they know what's going on in Harlan, Iowa. You're right. The bitch who lives in Fresno, California knows everything that's going on in Harlan, Iowa. Really? The stupidest shit I've ever heard of. But with that said, I'm done. I've been, between the two, I've done almost over an hour. I've done over an hour today. And I just want to go back to sewing, basically. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday.